Let's see. Let's go next to, why don't we go to our caller from the 203 area code? Who's calling today from 203?
Hey, David, is this me?
Yes, that's you.
Hi. So I'm curious about your take about the Supreme Court. I know recently Bernie Sanders came out and said that he's against increasing the number of judges in the Supreme Court,
Yep.
but he's pro like a circuit of like judges coming through. What's your take on that? Do you have
Yeah,
any opinions on that?
I've seen some convincing arguments about stacking the court, packing the court, and increasing the number of justices. I do also think that it's one of those things where if we do it, then it's opening up the door for them to do it. And the reality is that right now, the left has much more to lose from not changing the structure of the Supreme Court, because Donald Trump, partially thanks to Mitch McConnell's obstruction of Merrick Garland, has already had two Supreme Court picks, and there is potentially going to be a very conservative Supreme Court for a long time. So I understand the appeal, although I worry about opening up that door. In terms of the idea of Supreme Court justices not serving for life, I find that very interesting as well. The only problem is, like with all of these things, once you know you are not going to be serving for life, you potentially could be influenced in terms of how you decide cases based on whether maybe there is a party to one of those cases that after you are no longer on the court, you might consult for or work for or whatever. And it creates a lot of complicated issues related to conflicts of interest and recusal. So I like a lot of these ideas, and I also recognize some of the shortfalls of them.
Yeah, I've seen some proposed bills of like, I mean, judges and both congressmen and the Senate to like not get into those industries after they leave office.
Right,
But
that's the thing. If you
yeah,
limit,
thank you.
with Supreme Court justices, if you say you no longer have a lifetime appointment, but you also have to agree not to work for any of the industries whose cases you hear while you're on the court, it becomes almost impossible, right? Like, what are they expected to do, because the Supreme Court hears so many different cases? So I don't know what the solution is, but I think that we there's definitely improvements to be made.
All right, thank you, David.
Okay, appreciate the phone call. Thank you very much.